Warning. This video may contain graphic language, graphic violence, gross cartoon penises, and a whole lot of Pimpy the pimp-ass pimp showing motherfuckers what's up. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is going on out there, peeps? Oh yeah, you know what just happened? This shouldn't be surprising. People are waking up everywhere. See this gentleman here with the BLM shirt on? Is anybody going to be surprised at who it is he's supporting in this next election? You might be. Let's find out. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey. Catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. I'm not sure if the people down in hell are having one heck of a snowball fight, but they might be after this. BLM leader stands behind J6 prisoners and endorses 45. Yeah, that's how bad things are getting when BLM starts supporting 45. The founder of BLM organization is voicing his support for J6 prisoners and not shying away from endorsing former President 45 as the best candidate we have. Mark Fisher, who stepped down from the leadership position at BLM Rhode Island, which he co-founded, and is now founder and executive director of the Maryland-based BLM Incorporated, has stood in solidarity with leaders of the Proud Boys and led vigils of prayer for the people he believes to be political prisoners. But that's the truth. I support this. Their lambs led to the slaughter to be sacrificed as an example for all who might want to dissent in the future. Thank you for realizing this. We've been speaking about this for the longest time, and now we see other people are picking up on this. Mr. Fisher told the Epoch Times, "This is what the government does to those who express independent thought and want to stand up for what they believe. What he sees is a vindictive treatment of the J6 people are similar to how black people have been treated." He said, and his aspiration is establishing that connection is to find common ground. One of the things I highlight when I speak to them is that they have a whole new understanding now of what black people have been going through with the over-policing, the police brutality, and the unfair treatment in the two-tier justice system and how oppressive and overreaching it is. Yeah, I'm willing to reach across the table and talk with people like Mr. Fisher here. I think this experience that we see 45 going through has been an eye-opener without any doubt. If they could do it to him, you can only imagine what they're going to do to us. Just as legacy media has distorted what happened at the Capitol on January the 6th by accusing 45 supporters of a violent insurrection, Mr. Fisher said BLM has been blamed for the 2020 summer riots, though there were outside parties like the far-left extremist group Antifa that were a source of chaos. Yes, we know, and we've been pointing this out for quite some time. Antifa had a lot to do with the riots of 2020, and there were a lot of anarchist groups who just wanted to take advantage of the moment and were out for destruction. BLM had been around for years before George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis in 2020, Mr. Fisher said. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was convicted of a murder in this case. That's when it became a political movement and the national and global center of attention. The media made us its darling, which it loves to do, and it was able to make us its scapegoat when things started to go south. See, this is what we need. More leaders like him that are starting to see through all the BS and realize that a united States is better than a divided States. I don't trust the federal nor state government as far as I can throw them. And the media is trying to stop us from uniting. Yes, they are. More people need to stop pointing fingers and start helping people see the bigger picture and unite them. It is the same media that caused the division between all these marginalized groups in the first place to keep us at each other's throats. What BLM means. According to Mr. Fisher, people have misunderstood the organizational intent of BLM's mission. The name of the organization itself has led to anger. It's not Black Lives are better. It's not Black Lives are greater or Black Lives Matter more. It's just simply Black Lives Matter. And I get the messaging, I do. But like he said, it's going to cause division. But what they should have said is all lives matter. I think they would have gained support from both sides. The statement itself is so loaded that people have processed it differently through their own lenses and experience. You can thank the media for contributing to the opinion of what people think about BLM. To not see the significance of the statement from the perspective of a black person is to fail to see it through the lens of compassion, he said. Mr. Fisher denied the framing of BLM as a Marxist organization, but you can thank the 3 females who went out and spoke to the media and told them that they're rooted in Marxist training, and that is the overall goal of this organization. Black people want the same thing that white people want. We want life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. We want to make money and have a family. Do those sound like Marxist principles? No, of course they don't, Mr. Fisher. Not at all. And I think many people out there from both sides would support this messaging, but the media is not going to let that happen. What you should have done as an organization is realize that you have cancer inside your organization that needs to be cut out. To me, those are fundamentally American, entrepreneurial, capitalist principles. We want to acquire wealth and leave something, as the Bible teaches us, for our children. The vast majority of Americans, and I'm talking about 95, 96% of them, want the same thing. Heck, I would say that 96% of the people in the world want the same thing. Mr. Fisher's current organization, BLM Incorporated, focuses on entrepreneurship, education, and financial empowerment for Black Americans. The website also states that the organization is not aligned with any political group, any political party or position, unless those politics are for the dismantling of a racist system and the eradication of the white supremacist ideology and state-sanctioned police brutality against and killing of blacks. Again, I think people would easily support this if you could find a way to weave out the cancer that keeps claiming that you are a Marxist movement and then jump all over the asses of the media for trying to paint you guys in a different light. So black support for 45. Mr. Fisher doesn't stand alone in the black community and wanted to see 45 return to office in 2024. More and more black people every day are supporting him. Look at the rappers. The latest one who just went turncoat on the Democrats was Waka Flocka, who announced on Twitter that he is voting for 45. For those who don't know who Waka Flocka is, that's this gentleman right here standing next to 45. On October 16th, the rapper posted a photo of himself and 45, and another post stated simply 45 2024. Look at how a black neighborhood in Fulton County cheered for 45 on the way to the county jail. They know that the government is harassing him because they've seen it in their own lives, he said, and recognized the persecution. Mr. Fisher said he isn't afraid of taking flack from others in the black community because of his support for 45. I'm going to get the same pushback I expect for this that I got when I started the organization, not only from the white community, but from my own community. I understand he's generally speaking, he's not talking about all white people, but when you say it in a statement like this, it does appear like you're pointing fingers. So I understand that, because when I speak about the Dems, I'm talking about the politicians and not the people for the most part. But when I say it, I'm sure it affects all people, not just the politician, but the supporters as well. So I understand that. We just got to get better about the messaging. It's just something that goes with the territory when you're a leader. You must be bold. You can't be afraid of ridicule. Many people in the black community are secretly behind 45 and want to see him back in office. They won't say it in public and fear backlash from the community because they have reputations, businesses, and relationships they don't want to put into jeopardy, but they'll speak with their votes. Here's my thing. I understand the fear of retribution for speaking out in favor of 45. If other people don't see you support him openly, then they're inclined to go with the flow and vote against him just because they don't want any backlash. If they see more and more people in the community actually support 45, then more and more people will openly support him as well. I love this article. I understand what he's saying. I've spoken out against his organization a million times, not because of people like Mr. Fisher, but against people like Alicia Garza, Patrice, and Opal. Look, you got to remember this. We're not born to hate. Hatred is taught. This picture, I think, is very beautiful. Yes, that man's going to catch a lot of flack. But I'm hoping instead of people giving him flack, they start supporting his opinion and allow him to have opinion. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. That's it. I'm out.